So, English is the official language of Botswana, and Botswana, which about 70% of the population speaks, is the national language of Botswana. Who knows where Botswana is located? Who knows where Botswana is located? Southern Africa. Close, but a lot further down. Botswana is a landlocked country the size of Texas. South Africa to its south, Namibia to its west and along a part of a northern strip, Zambia to its north, and Zimbabwe to its east. You will each have a tourism map and a destination guide in your bags. Botswana is a country that is a very peaceful country. It was a protectorate of Britain until 1966 when it peacefully gained independence. And it has been the longest continuously running democracy in Africa. I think, quite a nice accomplishment. If you don't have a bag now, you can get one on the way out of the reception area. It's a republic, so just like the United States and many other republics, there is free elections. The president is elected for a 5-year term, can only be reelected once. And then they do like our presidents. They go off and they become ambassadors of the country, or they go back to their farm, or whatever. And the reason I say go back to their farm is because in Botswana, cattle farming is very, very big industry. Who knows what the number one contributor to the GDP is in Botswana? Yes. Ding, ding, ding. Most people say tourism, and tourism is number 2. But diamonds is actually number 1. In Botswana, it's the world's largest producer of gem quality diamonds, so the largest producer by value of diamonds in the world. It's also what enabled some very wise chiefs when they set up the government after it became an independent country. What they did was very smart. They took the diamond revenues and profits, piled it back in to creating a functioning society instead of taking the money and using it within their own tribes. And so we're very thankful for that. Botswana, a lot of people, I'm the tourism rep for Botswana, and a lot of people will ask me, I get this question all the time, gee, what do I want to see, why would I go to Botswana? What am I going to see and do there? And the ones who are knowledgeable about safaris on the continent will ask questions like, you're not the cheapest country to do a safari in, so why do I want to spend more money to go there? And here's what I tell them, and here's what they usually tell me when they come back. Botswana has very progressive tourism policies, and it also is a very conservation and ecotourism minded country. It's one of the leaders in ecotourism in the world, not just Africa. The country has a low impact tourism policy, which means that they limit the amount of bed and vehicle density, the limited amount of people and vehicles that can be in the fragile ecosystem areas of the safari areas. So how that translates to you as a tourist, it's like stepping out of a Hemingway novel. You are viewing wildlife in very pristine environments, but you're not having the crowds to deal with. So there's not 20 vehicles around trying to get the picture of the lion, circling the lion. It's a very much more relaxed atmosphere and a wonderful game viewing experience. Botswana has 40% of its land is for wildlife protection and nature conservation through parks, game reserves, and the concession areas around the land where the very small, intimate camps and lodges are spaced around. Chances are very good, since we do not fence the parks and game reserves in the majority of Botswana. There is one in the southern area because of its proximity to Gaborone that is fenced, but all the rest of them are not. They roam free, the animals, so chances are very good, whether you're backpacking or whether you're glamping and letting a private guide take you through Botswana and camping in the bush, or whether you're in a lodge and you're doing a fly-in safari between lodges, chances are very good wherever you are, you're going to see animals right in your camp. And they have the right of way because we're on their land. And I have to tell you, I've had a few experiences in the country. It's very life-affirming to come up close and personal with elephant and hyena and lion, and it's and to live to tell about it. It gives you bragging rights with all your friends. It's really great. There's over 122 species of mammals and over 450 species of birds. Did she get excited about that? Oh, right, or he, I'm sorry. Botswana is home to the Okavango Delta. You may have heard of it. Has anyone been to the Okavango Delta? It is the world's largest inland delta. It is literally a wetland oasis with channels of, crystal clear waters and islands, like over 1,000 islands dotting the area. It is a permanent source of water in the area, so there's good wildlife living there all year long. And it is a great area to do a lot of different types of safari experiences. So you're not just in a game vehicle all the time. You can be boating, walking, taking a guided walk, etc. How many of you in here like elephant? Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, they're so cool. Well, if you like elephant, you'd love Botswana because there's over 80,000 at any one point in time roaming around in the northern area of Botswana. It can swell up during the major movement times. It can swell up to like 150,000. Botswana is one of the few countries in the world where the elephant population is actually increasing, not decreasing. One of the reasons for that is that Botswana is a purely photographic destination. We say animal control, but it's really more people control than animal control. We have a very strict anti-poaching policy, and it is enforced. So it's very discouraging for poachers to come in and try and get rhino horns or elephant tusks out of Botswana, so they tend not to do it. We're also very vigilant about it, so we discourage anyone who has the stupidity to try. It also... I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. Because you
enjoy this topic so much.
I do. I'm sorry. I'm passionate about this. Absolutely passionate about it. But you will see the other tourism areas in Botswana that give a very good variety of wildlife and wilderness exploration is in the central part of Botswana. Mukharikari Pans, which by the way is the white area on the map that you'll see, you can actually see that from outer space. If you Google Botswana, you'll see the Okavango Delta and you'll see the Mukharikari Pans. On Google Earth. In the Pans, it was an ancient super lake. The salinity content was so high, nothing grows there. And actually, when you're in that area, away from the savanna grasses in the middle of the Pans, it's like being on a lunar landscape. Absolutely fascinating, very silent, very pristine, stargazing there at night is unbelievable because there's just no light pollution. Did I covered anti-poaching?
Yeah.
Great. So if you have any questions, I think they're wanting me to move on. So if you have any questions about what to see and do in Botswana, you can refer to your books. My contact information is on there. You can talk to anyone in the embassy, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thanks so much.
Thank you.